And Zack Martin joins us now. The Zack Martin Show brought to you by Dr. Pepper, an official soft drink of the Dallas Cowboys. And a good afternoon, sir. How the heck are you?
Doing great. How are you?
We're doing outstanding, man. It is a fun time to be talking sports. Thanks so much for joining us. And I wanted to get your thoughts as the first time since the 2021, the entire starting five on the practice field together in the regular season. What was your thoughts on that? Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. They were some of the media guys were brought that up to me, and I realized we didn't play. We haven't played yet this year, but I didn't realize we hadn't played it all together yet. So pretty cool to be out there and get rocking with that group.
Yes, sir. It's exciting for fans to see that. Now, are you looking at this as a big moment, this game against the 49ers, or just another game? How is it for you with your veteran eyes?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a regular season game. We're in week 5, but it's no secret they've bounced us out of the playoffs the last couple of years. And then when you turn the tape on, I can speak for the offensive side of the ball. The defense is very similar the last few years. Same guys. I mean, obviously they added Hargraves, but we know it's going to be a big opportunity for us and a big test for us.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. It's week 5. It's a regular season game, but does it feel just a little bit more important than your typical regular season game?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, you want to treat them the same, but I think you'd be lying to yourself if it wasn't a little different, just with not only the way they play and how they play, but just the fact that they have taken us out the last couple of years. So it's a big game out there. After
watching that tape, you're still confident, though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a great matchup. Listen, it's going to be a war out there, but we're looking forward to it. And these are the type of games you love to play in.
Zach, is there any similarity to what you faced with the Jets with the way they play, like the wide nine? I know it's different personnel, but does it give you a little idea of, okay, we had some success doing this against them or against the Jets that maybe you could carry over into this matchup?
Yeah, a lot of like you kind of hit the points there. They're a lot of the same structure, and then when you look at their defensive line, they play very similar. I mean, obviously, personnel's a little different there in San Fran, but they're trying to do the same thing. They're jetting up the field. They're pass rushing. They're stopping the run on the way to the quarterback. They're trying to get to the quarterback, and then on the way they're trying to jack up the blocking schemes and stop the run.
We talk about the Niners as just so physical, especially in that defensive front. Can you feel that? Is it maybe the most physical front that you're used to playing? And how much trash talking do you remember from these guys in the front seven?
Yeah, they're a very physical group. Listen, we play in the NFC East with some of these defenses that are super physical. So a physical game is something that we're used to. But the Niners, they play the right way. I don't remember a whole lot of smack talking. They just go out there and they play the right way, and it's our job to go out there and do the same.
So Javon Hargrave, as you know, coming over from Philly, you've gotten to play against him. What are the challenges that he presents from a defensive tackle?
Yeah, man, he's very active. He makes a ton of plays, and when you watch him on tape, he doesn't just play straight a lot of the times. He's constantly moving and jabbing, and jabbing one way, coming back the other way. So you got to be on top of your footwork, and definitely a guy you got to know where he's at.
Zach, this game's going to be played on grass. As a lineman, do you appreciate these games that you do get to play on grass more than the turf or on the artificial turf? How do you look at those?
Yeah, I love
games.
I love playing on grass, and it's more and more stadiums are going away from it. So most of our games are on field turf.
Sure.
So whenever you get a grass game, it's definitely I prefer that, no doubt.
Is your guy Tyler Smith playing the best football of his career right now?
Man, he has been impressive. He's been so impressive on tape, and he bounced around last year. Obviously, left tackle, left guard right before the season, kicked out the tackle, and then obviously hats off to our coaches. They had a great plan with him coming into training camp. They stuck him at left guard and said, "This is where you're going to be." And man, he's been fun to watch on tape. He is about as freaky, and I've played with some freaks. I mean, Tyron Smith, Travis, all those guys. But this guy is about as freaky as they come. And like I said, it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, how difficult is that to go from guard to tackle and play at such a high level? Because you did that a lot at Notre Dame. You moved all around that offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is the space, right? So at tackle, you got a lot more space, and when you come inside there, they're on top of you right now, and it's just a little timing thing. But he's excelled at it, and gosh, when he gets his hands on you, he's tough to move. He's just got that. He doesn't have a huge frame. You wouldn't look at him and be like, oh man, I bet he's so strong. But when he gets his hands on people, he is not moving.
It is the Zack Martin Show here on 105 through the Fan, brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Okay, speaking of Notre Dame, they're at 5-0 Louisville this weekend. How you feeling about that, Zach?
I feel good. It was a great one last week. Made me a little nervous, but Hartman and the boys went 98 yards to close it out. Great ACC road win there, and then going in. I think is it at Louisville?
It's at Louisville. Yeah.
It's at Louisville. Yeah. So that'll be another good test, and definitely not looking ahead to SC, but got to take care of business there in Kentucky this weekend.
Zach, how much of those games do you get to watch though when like that? I mean, when you're at home, I guess it's a different story with the meetings and stuff and all that. You kind of just walk out of a meeting and all of a sudden say, "Oh, look, the Irish won today," and you have to kind of go back and look at those, especially those night games.
Yeah, I would say home when we play at home, definitely get to catch them more. On the road, it can kind of be a crapshoot on when we're leaving, and it's funny when you have people that there, you're definitely more tuned in. Not to say that I'm not tuned in, but
sure.
The further I get away, the less people I know on staff on the team. So I'm definitely tuning in. But when I first got in the league, it was mandatory. I was watching those games.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Zach, I've been on road trips with you guys before when I was with DallasCowboys.com. I was wondering, do you sit with the same guys when you fly on the road? Do you always sit with the same group, or do you
on the plane?
On the plane, yeah.
Yeah. We got assigned seats on the plane, so
yeah, I was trying to think about that. If you were sitting with the same guys,
yeah, we sit on the same by the same guys, and then the older guys, veteran guys get to sit up front.
Up front, yeah.
No, big change over the last couple of years. It's been nice.
That makes a lot of difference flying home then, right? When you get that little bit more room up front.
Oh
right?
man, and these long flights like we're going to San Fran, that's 3+ hour flight. That's big time.
Was there not always the assigned seating?
No, ever since I've been here, there's been assigned seatings, but we've we've kind of gone back and forth with the vets. Sometimes we'll get to sit up front. Other times we have the whole team in the back there. But plane rides are a good time. Obviously when you're going out there,
yeah,
you're resting, taking care of business. But I tell people all the time, there's nothing like a road win in the NFL in the plane ride home.
I will vouch for that because I've heard it behind me happen. There's nobody sitting in their seats.
No. It's just a blast, man. That is one of the best things about playing pro football is those road wins.
Are you guys ever trying to stare down the DallasCowboys.com guys that might pick against you just to have a little fun?
Oh yeah. When you're going up and down the aisle,
yeah.
You're seeing maybe sneak something into their drink or something. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I felt that. I felt that with the coaching staff when we walked through a couple of times there, like Garrett and Gary Brown and them. With we'd walk through and they'd give you that look like, okay, they're the SOBs that picked against.
And they pack you guys in there back there, man.
Oh no, yeah.
We get the. You get your own couple seats per player. So, you either get 3 seats by yourself or 2 seats by yourself. And then you go through that media section. They're packed in like sardines.
No, we are packed. I think your beverage service is better than ours too. From what I've seen. I remember there was
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. And I'm not trying to get you in trouble because, Zach wasn't involved. But a former quarterback here it was an excellent tender of that. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Who's the life of the party on this team? You guys have had a couple of nice road victories so far.
God, life of the party. Let's see. Man, everyone's excited on the way home. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pick one guy, but it's just it's hard unless you've been there. It's hard to describe those road victories, especially those long plane rides home.
I can say you can hear it back there. Yeah. There's some fun.
The flight attendants probably don't love it.
Yeah, there's some. Well, I remember the one time we were flying back from it was Buffalo. It was after the Buffalo game, but we flew through that terrible storm.
Oh,
the plane was bouncing all over the place.
We went to Houston.
Went to Houston. And when they opened the door, Zach, I almost jumped out because I wanted nothing to do with being on that plane anymore. But I do remember, the plane was literally bouncing all over. The big old plane just bouncing, and they're like, nobody's sitting down. Big old guys falling all over the place and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm just not doing this.
It is. It's Zack Martin here with you on 105.3 The Fan. So many things going on in the world of sports. Zach, what do you think of Travis Kelce saying we're making too much of the Taylor Swift story?
I mean, I don't know. I guess you kind of got to understand what you're getting into when you obviously are, have someone with that high profile. My wife was joking the first game she was at. I forget, it was when we were in Arizona, and she was like, I mean, the NFL, it didn't even really happen on Sunday, and all anyone was talking about was Taylor Swift. So obviously there's a lot of attention on her and the Chiefs there.
Yeah, there was. Gave you a little cover on that day. Worked out well. If you could date a famous singer, would you want to, seeing how this is blown up?
No, I'm great with where I'm at, man.
Yeah. Good answer.
We did ask you the name of famous singer.
If my wife tunes in tonight, yeah.
Okay, I had a Tolo reach out, wanted us to ask you about this. Now, if I get butt cracked on this and there's no truth to it whatsoever, I apologize. But they wanted to ask us to ask you about the song "Colder Weather" by the Zac Brown Band. Is there something to this?
Who asked you that?
A guy named Tolo E.
Tolos are turn it on, leave it on.
Turn it on, leave it on. He's a loyal listener.
Loyal listener.
Okay, yeah. No, that's our. That's kind of my buddies from Notre Dame. That's kind of the song we used to. Whenever we were ending the night, we ended it with "Colder Weather," and we've since all gotten married. We actually had a wedding. The last guy got married this summer, and we had a big "Colder Weather" out on the dance floor. So that's kind of our closing song of the night.
How does that one go again?
Come on. It's only his biggest hit of all time.
Hey, you know what's been the talk of the town too here, at least locally? I think the microphones were picking it up, and we heard it in Oxnard. How long have we been doing the Dak Prescott cadence of "Here we go"? And then, how long has that been here?
That's new this year, or maybe a little bit last year. We may have added it late last year, but that was definitely this year, this offseason, we put that in.
Is that a quote from a movie or a cartoon or something? It kind of sounds familiar.
I don't know. That's just kind of our, all teams have different starting of their cadence or whatever, and that's kind of our starting point there.
I was wondering, does that, you're probably going to tell me, but does it start because maybe you go quick count stuff to kind of settle everybody? Sometimes when you go quick count and he wants to check, does he kind of, here we go?
Yeah, well, we just had, last year, I mean, maybe it was 2 years ago or even last year something, we just had some trouble with guys getting off on the cadence on time, and as you know, that's an advantage for the offense.
Sure.
So, that's something we ironed out to get everyone on the same page and coming off the ball at the same time.
What else can you tell us about your bros from high school and college and everybody getting married up? Sounds like you had a pretty cool crew.
Yeah, we had a great crew. There was five of us. We lived together at Notre Dame for 4 years there. All five of us every year. So, a couple football players, a couple coaches. I think we have we had two NFL O linemen, a NFL tight end, and then our other buddy Tommy Reese, the OC down in Alabama.
Yeah.
So we had a good crew, man.
Yeah, sounds like it. Now, are you going to want to be a coach when you're done playing, or are you just going to go chill in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, maybe some high school coaching. Brian could tell you these coaches, man, their schedules.
Yeah,
they're in here all day, every day, putting in the work, and man, it's just a lot.
Yeah. Now, Zach, go just get on that gator.
Yeah,
just go take.
I would say I'm going to enjoy my time a little bit.
Your wife's a great lady. Just go take the gator and enjoy it.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, which pop star would it be, though?
That's a good question there, Gavin. I like the follow-up. You sure you don't want to try singing that song one more time too?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, the main thing, the big part is at the end, when you're stuck in colder weather.
There you go.
You got some piles, bro.
Did that sound good?
Was that Zac Brown?
Yes, it did.
Don't tell my wife. I just tell her I got like a sneaky voice or whatever, and she just laughs at me.
Just sing. Yeah, you can go and join Mark Colombo's band over there. Make some beautiful.
That's a little heavy. That's a little heavy for me.
It is heavy metal. So Brock Purdy, there's a story out that he's still doing the roommate thing. I mean, he was Mr. Irrelevant, so he's not cashing in on the first round checks. But if you had to pick one Cowboys roommate, you're stuck with one. Who would it be?
For the whole season?
Just for the whole season. That's your guy.
On the road?
Yep.
Ooh. One Cowboys roommate on the road. I'm gonna go with Biotic. Biotic has got all of the and you know, not only because I play next to him, but Biotic has got all the rehab equipment. He's got all the equipment, all the fun gadgets for rehab. So he brings one on the road, and I get first dibs on him.
Nice, you're prepped, ready to rock.
The funnest ones seem like the ones where you put your legs in it, and I don't know if they pump up with air.
Oh yeah, the Normatec boots.
Dude, those things look like a good time.
Yeah, they're solid.
I'm looking at them on stock buy right now, Normatec.
I don't know if you've talked about this with Biotic, but we had him on the show last year. He grew up on a farm, I believe, in Wisconsin, and he confirmed to us that you actually can milk anything with nipples. I'm sure you guys have talked about that.
He grew up on like a cucumber farm, right?
Yeah, and he was milking the hell out of those.
Hello.
Well, have a great trip up there. You know, one request from Cowboys Nation. Let's go up there and kick their ass, Zach.
Let's
what do you
do it,
say?
man.
Thank you, sir.
All
have
right,
a great
appreciate
weekend.
y'all.